What's good, Joe? Thank you for sitting down with me.
Yeah.
Miss Loki.
It's so weird when the camera just there right at you.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because you can see yourself, so you like
I know,
you keep like it's like you on FaceTime. You kind of like
like somebody on there. I'm just gonna pretend that not a million people are looking at me right now.
Yeah.
And this is just all in my head.
So yeah, it's our first time like meeting in a more formal sense. I seen you out a few times. I seen you perform a few times at Gallery, at Canopy, I believe.
Yeah.
I may have seen you at an open mic if I recall correctly, but
Okay.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff going on in there. They're having a Stop the Violence meeting in Champaign Library right now, which is something we need to really be doing. So
I'm trying to catch the tail end of that. So
yeah. Got pizza, food, all kind of stuff.
It'd be a lot going on outside, But I see you perform, but I also see you online all the time. And
really, all the time?
Look, that's the thing that like really encourages me because I know but like the game is like you gotta like just keep posting. Mm-hmm. You gotta be in people's face, even when people like don't respond to it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Even when people may want to feel a certain type of way of it. So I want to commend you for that.
Thank you.
Before we get started with these questions, I also want to tell you as an artist what I think about you. You feel me? Like, I see you as a very skilled lyricist. Like in terms of like, you're not super heavy-handed with your lyrical skill, but you're very like slick, very sly, very like subtle with how you rock. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like your flow and your cadence and your lyrics, they come together and it's real natural. It's real like I almost want to say like I get like Islander vibes, like even like original people vibes. You know what I'm saying? With like with the voice, with the tone, really? And it's dope. I feel like you have music that's like that can be played at a function, at a club, at a party, and then they can play it on in the car on the way home, and they can play it in their headphones the next morning when they get to walking around. Like it works on different levels, so I really like that.
Thank
I know
you
do like the R&B, rap.
Yeah.
I feel like you achieve a lot of emotional depth with your songs, like effortlessly. I appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Shoot, made me feel good. You can let me know if my makeup starts separating.
I got you. But I thank you for sitting down with me. I'll be zen. This is for Smile Politely. We're gonna put it on the magazine, and this might live somewhere else. But we're gonna get into the interview for now.
Yeah, shout out to Smile Politely. Smile Politely.
Yeah. My first question: how long have you been making music? So we're gonna go from like a real like journey perspective, right?
Okay.
So take me back to when you first started making music.
Okay. I started maybe around like, okay, let's go all the way back to the journey since this is the journey.
Right.
I used to rap, like me and my cousins and my sister, we used to rap a lot, like when I was like 9. We used to do, like, we had this little girls group that we made. It was, one of us was named Double R. I don't know why. I don't know where the names came from. We used to make all kind of crazy raps back then, and I didn't realize that until I got older, and I go back. Often you hear me when somebody asks me that question, I instantly go to, I was 17, I met my cousin Kyle, and this is such and such. That inspired me as I was maturing, but I go back all the time, and I'm like, wait, I actually been doing this for a long time, I guess I started getting good at 17 when my cousin Kyle came to visit, and he was a rapper. You probably hear me on the interview on Safe Haven's channel too. You'll hear me talk about that. He was very confident. He's very confident in how he raps. He's a gangster rapper, but he's a vibe. And I remember him rapping something for us one day on my mom's patio, and I was like, damn, I want to be that comfortable. How he just was effortless with it, how he had the swing on his words and stuff. I'm like, I want to be like that. But at this time, I wasn't even thinking about rapping. This was not even a thing for me.
And so this is 17?
17,
okay.
Yeah.
So you like just graduated high school at this time?
Still, yep, just graduated actually. You're right, because I didn't have any music, I don't think, while I was in high school. remember. So that's a good reference right there. Yep. Around that time, so I started writing little raps and stuff like that. But in the beginning, it was more so gangster rap.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll talk about guns. I'll talk about one of my biggest inspirations was Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
At the time, I'm related to him, by the way, because we both Carters and stuff. So just in case, but he just don't know yet.
Word. you just gotta get to the paper.
Yeah, once he figured that out.
Word.
But yeah, so that's kind of what happened. And then I guess I was telling them one day, my mom, I asked, can I have some company? And my mom was like, yeah, you got to rap this rap that I heard you doing upstairs in the bathroom. And I was like, you know, because I was just messing around, you know.
You said, do that little rap you be doing.
Yeah, and I didn't think my mom, you know, my mom is one of my, like a pillar in my life. She's somebody that's just, you know, I think that's anybody. If you had your parents in your life and you have a heavy influence anywhere in that, you feel that way. So you kind of value their opinions a lot more. And so I rapped it for her. I asked her, can I cuss? And I rapped it, and she liked it. And ever since then, I kind of just started taking off. You know, I kind of just started practicing and maturing. And then I'm a huge fan of Amy Winehouse. So one day I had stumbled upon an Amy Winehouse kind of beat because I wanted to try something else. I'm like, okay, I know I can do this gun rap. Clearly, I got that down pat. So I started singing. I started singing to it just because that's what I used to do anyway. I'll always be singing like without beats when I first started, just singing, walking from work, like
a natural thing.
Yeah, like I always act like I'm in a movie, like especially don't let it be a rainy day. Then I'm gonna really start singing, looking at the clouds. So I just took that vibe and I ran with it. And ever since then, I made that little post on my social media, took it down in like 30 seconds. And that's when David Ellis from North Carolina hit me up. And he was like, you need to, you know, take that a little bit more serious. So I kept doing it. I kept writing it. And eventually I started finding ways to, I could put my feelings into this. And then, that's when the magic happened.
Okay, so I hear you said your cousin. You said Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
You said Amy Winehouse type beat.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Like, how did you find an Amy Winehouse type beat? What?
YouTube.
You searched it.
Literally,
you were just thinking,
Amy Winehouse type beat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you listen to Amy? So my next question is like, can you take me to some of those early influences? Because I have the sense that like you have grown as an artist from making music from so long, and like you've done different things. But I do really respect and honor the fact that like we start somewhere, and like you said, you started making like things like gangster rap, gun rap, drill rap. You feel me? So like, who were some of these early influences so we can see how that kind of tracks through? Really Lil Wayne for sure was a start because he's a lyricist. He's great with, you know, everybody knows this. I mean that's
everybody.
Lil Wayne was
he's one of them. Like I loved him even as a kid. I didn't even know half the time if I didn't know what he was talking about. I could recite some of his lyrics word for word. Love him. To be honest, during that time, I guess him, Kyle, for sure, my cousin, because he's gangster. That's what it is. Shout out to Kyle. You know you a gangster. But yeah, during that time, that's really what it was. I didn't really know about being inspired. You know what I'm saying? By artists or anything like that, or think to be inspired necessarily until that day I looked up the Amy Winehouse beat. Like, what if you looked up a beat that's similar to something you like? You know, before it was just, I'm rapping. I don't even got beats. I'm just rapping.
It's interesting, yo, because I was telling somebody recently, I feel like I came up in like, as a type beat rapper. Like some people come up like listening to, you know, with instrumentalists. Like some people come up with people who are like with the producer that they like or that they know who make beats, and they just make beats. Okay, I like your beats. But and there was like this kind of SoundCloud era where people was just like ripping beats off YouTube, and I was big on like type beats from you see what I'm saying? But that was a certain era, you know what I mean? Like, and I think it's dope, and I feel like it speaks to like the way that we view inspiration as artists and like building on what came before us.
100%.
I want to know how you feel about this. What are some ways? So that was 17. You getting ready to? I tried to do the math. You get ready to turn 25. You get ready to turn 24.
Why you keep going low?
You get ready to turn 26.
I'm about to turn 27.
Okay.
On
damn,
Sunday.
My math.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Thank you. Right. I'm like, damn. I feel bad.
What are you Good thing I'm not teaching math. Shit. Well,
right.
I'm finna turn 28, so hey,
Really?
I'm not
Okay,
even.
cool.
I'm not even on no like. Damn, you feel me?
Right,
So,
you old motherfucker.
You old motherfucker.
Yeah,
Right, I'm
yeah.
like, why you trying to?
I was just thinking about this earlier too. As I get older, I prefer older people who've been through some shit, who got a little bit of a mature perspective in their music. But the first question I want to ask you about that is like, what are some ways you feel like your musical craft has changed and you've honed it since that time when you first started, and now been working and making songs and doing different things? Like, what's some things in your craft as a musician you feel like you've really grown in?
Oh man, I feel like I've mastered, and there's definitely more room for mastering, you know. But I feel like I've mastered my R&B. That's really easy for me. I'm starting to realize I can turn on any type of R&B beat and really just, if I just be sad or be whatever that is,
You can
I can channel that real easily. Rapping, not so much. Until here recently, like I've noticed one thing. I adapt to my environment. I am a empath in real life as a person, just Paige as a person, but also in my music. I've noticed wherever my environment is or whatever I'm feeling during that time, that's usually what my music is sounding like. You know, like right now I'm promoting Geesh, and it's been a little bit harder to write R&B music, like, which is crazy to me because that's something that's so easy for me. But my mind is like, that's because I want to write a rap. That's because I want to rap right now. But it's because the spiritual wave right now is Geesh.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you feel like you have like rap like moods and R&B moods or like
oh
like,
yeah.
Like I don't want to say seasons, but like
yeah,
time.
Feelings. I don't know. It could be the summer. I am a summer baby. It could be that.
Is summer for rapping? Do you think?
Summer for rapping?
To you, I'm saying.
I guess. No. It really just depends on the. Man, that's hard. That's a good way. I feel like there's no specific music for no specific time. It's just all about whatever you feeling at that time, perspective. You know what I'm saying? Whoever latches onto it. Do I feel like a rap song, depending on that genre or depending on the vibe and the lituation, could bust a little bit harder in the summer, or might get played a little bit more in the summer? Yes, slightly, depending.
I think that's dope because, you know, a rapper might have different moods they go to, but like for you to have whole different genres that you could pull from to match an environment, to match not even like, I don't want to say a trend, but like, you know, like the feeling of the people at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got something like more just for example, more somber, something like that might be like a more fit for an R&B type song or for like a sultry type of rap. But
Yeah.
I think it's dope you have that in your bag. Do you have any desires to add any more genres to your repertoire?
Man, I'll say I do have desires to add. Let me see. I'm open to experimenting with everything and anything, but I have some things in store for you guys that I feel like are different genres than what I'm presenting right now. Different than my R&B, different than my rap. And like I said, I'm open. There's nothing right now. I feel like I'm touching a lot of them.
Yeah, you know, when I hear your music, I hear a lot of like on the edge of R&B and rap. I really don't hear a lot of like straight R&B or like straight rap. I mean, I think it comes from your voice, like the way you use your voice in different registers and with the cadences, and like it's always a certain melody to it, but it's always a certain rhythm to it too. So it can like, I feel like you have a lot of fluidity with that.
Thank you.
Can I ask you, and you know, you can share what you like about this, but I'm just curious.
Okay.
I think the people may be curious too. Like, what can we expect from Tablet content? Can you share something like like a vibe, like, you know what I mean, or like, you know, I know that's the project you got coming out.
Yeah.
So what can people expect from that?
Table of content this one is personal. You're gonna be able to see Geesh is gonna be on the table of content. This is why I'm using Geesh, just the music visual, to help promote it. give you an idea, and also throw you off a little bit, throw a little curveball at you.
I like that.
Yeah, this project is very personal. It is literally like a book, and I'm playing off my name, of course. My name is Paige, so I've been playing off of that. My first project is page 1, the introduction. This is the table of content. This will be where my chapters, my albums, and things will branch from. Just kind of my journey, an order of my journey, an order of my artistic journey and my life journey through all of these songs. That's I guess that's all I can really give.
Okay. I like it. You can't give them too much, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes we got to give the listeners something like a reason to press play. Like, even though they think you're a dope artist, like, give them a little bit of inkling, like, okay, let me see what Paige really, like, what her life been like, you feel me? What's the vibe? Like, do you plan to, you say page 1, table of content, so do you have a plan to, like, and of course it could change as things change, as you grow, as you, whatever, your mind change, but do you plan to keep that kind of theme going?
Oh yeah, for sure. One thing I don't want, I definitely plan on keeping the theme going. Like, I've always wanted all of my tapes after this, the chapters. You know, the one thing I will say, I don't know if those chapters are gonna be in order when I put them out.
Okay.
So just based off of the names of the songs, you know, things like that. So that is about it. But yes, plan to stay true to that.
Okay. My next question.
Let me make sure I got all the money. Okay.
So I asked you about, like, your musical craft and how you feel like what you feel like you've changed and grown in terms of that since the beginning. But, like, how do you feel like, and this is a big question, so answer it. There's like 1,000 ways you can answer this. But how do you feel like you've grown as a person, as Paige, since you started making music to now?
Ooh, I like this. I've grown, so I guess, like anything, I'll say with music for me, I can't speak for anything. It's caused me, I feel like I have something to lose. You know, I care more. Like, when I was younger, before I knew that I wanted something more than myself, I didn't care as much. I didn't think about how I got home. I didn't think about, you know, you just did it. You just be there. Like, oh shit, I'm glad I made it.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. Now that it's like having a child. Like, I feel like I have a kid now, and I protect myself different. I care about myself different. I don't deal with certain men different because of what I believe of myself. You know what I mean? Like, nah, because you are going to be in this stature. If you believe that you're Met Gala worthy or you're whatever the hell worthy, then that means your business can be on Front Street. That means who you deal with needs to be important. That means, you know, that changed a lot. So I don't give into a lot of things that I used to give into now because my music.
Do you feel like it's aided your maturation as a person, being an artist?
Yeah. It's discipline. It makes you are a lot more disciplined. I'm a lot more organized. I try to be. I'm a messy person. Paige is a messy person. Can be very messy. Anybody who get in my car, might know that, figure that out. But
messy, you know, when I hear messy, I hear creative. That's all I.
Yeah, that's what I told my mama that when I was young. I used to tell her, like, my room is what my mind is doing right now. You just don't get it. But I've been organizing. I've been finding myself, the more organized I get with my music, the more organized I get in my regular life, and it's almost unconscious sometimes. Like, this need to be, just let me throw that away immediately.
Yeah.
So, and it helps you find things. When everything's clean, I can find things. I can write music.
One thing I've noticed about you as a creator, as an artist, your content, you seem very, like, what do I want to say? Your content is consistent, but it's also, like, high quality and very clean and very much like I feel like always visually up to par, and then always creative. You know, I see a lot of, like, the drop mics, which gets people's attention. I see you rapping on camera and singing on camera, which can you talk to me about, like, your thoughts towards your content, like a content strategy, what you're thinking when you're putting content out, when you're trying to, you know what I mean, design some content to put out, like, what are you thinking in that realm?
To To be honest with you, when I'm thinking about putting content out, I'm just thinking, let's get colorful, let's get somewhere bright, let's get daylight, so just in case I don't have nothing colorful, the sun gonna do it for me.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know, I guess that's really what it is. It's just, I think about trying to be as consistent as possible, but sometimes it can be hard. So sometimes I'll get off work, because I get off at 4 damn near every day, and I'm always chasing the day because I got to do the full beat, I got to do all the luxurious things that you're seeing on the camera. So sometimes I won't do content that day. I'll have to do content so I can do it the next day, so I can drop the next day, you know what I mean? So I'll try to rack up. That's the day of, okay, for some of this Geesh content, we just took a day of just recording, just so I can have it, you know, so I wasn't chasing the day. That's all I'm thinking about, is just really getting it out, being confident, and keeping it crisp.
How do you feel about, I was reading about crews in music, how it's good to have a crew, like people you like, and not a team, but a crew, people like co-conspirators, co-creators, people next to you that encourage you. How do you feel about your crew right now in music?
My crew is my family. I feel like that I do a lot of my music stuff by myself, I'll say. Of course, the financial, because who else? Ain't nobody about to take care of that for you. I appreciate the support that I do have. You know, I have like a few cousins that I know that I can depend on or call for certain things, and sometimes they might be busy. Sometimes, like I've said, I've had shows where it's just me and I don't have nobody there supporting me, so I gotta go find people. You know what I mean? They're tight, but they're very, very limited. You know.
Yeah. Are you from here?
Yeah, I'm from here.
So, because you say your cousins, so you got family in the area.
Yeah, I definitely got family in the area. I went to school here, went to Franklin Middle School, and then we moved in the middle of 8th grade year to North Carolina, and I was out there until I was 21, 20. I just been moving around a little bit. I don't know why I tell you.
Okay. You mentioned about the content, like you looking for like something colorful to show the people, right? I tell you, I was trying to think what my favorite song by you was. I think it's Blue.
Really?
I do think it's Blue.
What?
And it was before I saw the video. But I think the video is dope too. I like the concept.
Thank you.
And the way you use color in there. But it's the line in there. I wrote it down somewhere. Give me. In the chorus, it's the who the fuck is you? Like who the fuck is Zoo? I'm not saying it right. Can you say it for us? Can you say it for the people? You know what I'm saying?
That's the Rosetta favorite part too. Shout out to Rosetta. Is you cannot tame me, like who the fuck is who?
That shit is so hard, cause like when I say like the subtle brilliance of your lyricism, that's what it is. Like who the fuck is you and who the fuck is Zoo? That like is right next to each other, but it's a whole different idea.
Yeah.
I like that. So the question I have for you is, how did you become such a good lyricist? How?
As far as about how?
How does this happen?
How did it happen? Well, I prayed about it. I'm for real. I'm telling y'all for real. This is real shit. I think that I've always been good at telling stories, kind of just in natural conversation, if you can get me telling it. And the best way I guess I can describe it literally is to put yourself in a movie. Putting myself in a scene, whatever that beat is making me feel. Like as if I was in High School Music. You seen Wicked yet?
Wicked? No, I ain't.
Okay, it's good, it's decent.
I gotta see it. I gotta see it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you got to. Don't let me do that to you. It's a musical. My point is, if you go, that's something that's recent that I could bring up. Yeah. If you watch something like Wicked and you see how the characters, like, when they get so involved, they get so engulfed in that role or whatever that whatever the storyline is, and that's kind of what I do based off whatever I'm feeling at that moment. So the lyrics start coming. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Sometimes they just come, just naturally, just like this is exactly what I want to say. I do sometimes. I won't. I don't like to say a lot of things directly, just because I feel like that takes the fun out of music for you. Like if I say I'm about to go do this, versus this, that takes the art out of it to me. And I like to read sometimes. I think reading helps you do that a lot. Like I said, I pray about it. I pray, God, please give me the motivation to always want to learn, always seek knowledge, always, and to, if something is for me, let it click to me. Let it pop out on a page. Even if I'm reading a book and I don't know what this chapter is about. Something, I'll go look at words I don't know. I want to know something, and that's, when I want to know it, I'm going to learn it. You know what I mean? And that's really what it is. And then you just find a way to put that into how you feel. And then lyrics, you know?
Yeah, you know, and when I listen to your music, it's very much, I was saying earlier, I like not to say you're old, but like I like older,
I'm old.
I like older artists, as opposed to, you know, a lot of artists could be 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I like artists that's been through the world a little bit, having some experience, maybe moved around a few times. You know what I'm saying? Then fell down, got up. You know what I mean? Had to dust himself off. Had to do it a couple different ways.
Yeah.
And I hear that journey, maturation in your music sometimes, which I really appreciate, especially in your newer tracks. What I want to know, how, what sort of impact as you grow through your music and as a person and putting things out, you know, and growing your catalog, rising. What sort of impact do you want to make with your music on the world?
I would love to change some of the mindsets of, no, let me not say that. I would love to change some of the music today. Some of just, for females, I hope that I can be a voice for women. I hope that we can change something, like, within that. I'm not to discredit any artists right now, but it's just a lot of people want to follow the wrong thing, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, and not saying I'm the right thing, because shit, I don't know. But I will hope to be able to make that type of impact. I hope to be heard, and so that I can impact in not ways that's deeper than my music. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, hey, let's pick up some trash today, guys, on the earth. Let's vote for the right people. Let's, you know, I just want to be able to have a voice.
Want to be a voice?
Yeah.
It works. Your voice, I feel like when people listen, that's the first thing they catch is your voice.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's other things shortly after that they're gonna get from it, but like just the quality of your voice is very high as an artist. And,
thank you.
And I'm gonna help you out too. I'm gonna help you out because
Yeah.
this how it's helping me out, but I'm helping you out. So
okay, yeah.
So I'm a teacher, right?
Yeah.
And you interviewed with Walt at the Safe Haven, right? Mm-hmm. When I interviewed Walt, I was teaching 7th grade, and I asked him to give a message to my 7th graders, my 7th grade boys. I don't know if you know, it's a different rapper, female rapper that I interviewed not too long ago, and I asked her to give a message to my 7th grade girls. So I'm getting ready to teach high school. Okay. So can you give a message to my high school ladies? What do you want them to know about life? It doesn't have to be. It could be through your music, but it doesn't have to be. Just like if you had a 15-year-old girl in front of you right now, and you have the stage, you have the mic. You know what I mean? And I say I'm helping you because sometimes we don't want to give advice to our peers because if we feel like it's almost like a holier than thou type of thing. Like we feel like we're trying to put people down or judge people.
Yeah.
But like I think a lot of things that we do as artists, we do want to change the world and influence how people act and think and move about the world. So if you had a 15-year-old high school girl here, what's some advice you would give her?
I would first say,
and just as you continue to think, I'm really thinking more about like in terms of like womanhood versus music. You know, not necessarily like to become an artist, but like
womanhood in general. Okay.
Yeah.
I would tell her, hi girl, hey, how you doing? Young beautiful woman, young lady that you're aspiring to be, the beautiful young woman that you're about to become, I just want you to remember to stay true to yourself always, which I mean always use your discernment. When you feel something, go with that. Trust your intention, trust yourself. Love yourself. Self-love is some of the strongest love and the best love that you're ever going to receive. And keep your intentions pure. Just because you love yourself, there's a difference between self-love and being selfish. Just know the balance and know the difference and stay true to all of those things and you will be fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. They appreciate you. I don't know if they look at my stuff, but they sometimes do. So
they will. One day you can show it.
Yeah. Let's see if I got anything else here before we wrap up. Can you talk about Geesh a little bit?
Oh, Geesh.
Geesh.
No, it's okay, but it's funny because Google Siri corrects it like that. Yeah, so I'm like, Geesh is probably spelled with a J, but oh wow.
You got the music video dropping soon.
Yes. So music video is dropping on July 6th on Sunday. So what's this? 4 days? 3 day countdown? 3 days. 3 days. Y'all, I'm excited about Geesh. I'm excited. Geesh is a introduction to the table of content, some of what you might be hearing on the tape, and very fun project. Shout out to Billy Cogg. It was my very first time working with him, and I've been wanting to work with him for so long, and I finally got to do it because I put my mind to it. And yeah, I think y'all just gonna have fun with the song in general. I want it for my ladies. I wanted to just turn you up, really. This is young Paige. This is from something I wrote a little while ago, and I'm ready to go ahead and share it to y'all and give it to you guys. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Miss Loki.
You're welcome.
We touched on a lot of good things today. So I'm gonna go and keep listening to music and go back and look at this so I can really put something together that's accurate, that's you feel me, aligned with who you are.
Yeah. As
an artist, as a person. Do you have? I'm thinking of like as I'm trying to, this music journalism thing. I want to give you the floor to end the video. You talk to my young ladies, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
I don't always have the words for them, but I got the heart for them, so I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Of course.
What's your party message for the people, Miss Loki?
Tune in. Tap that link in my bio because it might just lead you to a pre-save link for Geesh, which is dropping July 6th. Please do that for me. That is what I got for you guys. Stay true to yourself. Do your thing.
Bet. Can I do a bonus question? Because I totally forgot it and you just reminded me when you said that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Man, I just looked at it. I've got the name of the platform. Boosie's daughter. Yeah, the debut. So I just want to know. I want to know a lot about it, really, to be honest.
I want to know a lot.
But I'm gonna keep it straightforward. What was that experience like, yo? Like, as an artist?
Scary. You think, you think you're ready for so many things. You think you can do these things, but you just can't anymore. But I'm just playing. I'm playing, but no, I was nervous. Like, I was confident. I had this, like, weird confidence over me before I went. I was like, I'm about to kill this shit, no problem. And then it was like, as soon as she came in the room and the lights, was beaming on me, I started sweating instantly. That's why I didn't wear makeup, too, because I felt like I knew me. I knew deep down inside. Once I get nervous, I start sweating. So it's over for the makeup. And I wanted to be just as comfortable and raw as I can. It was a great experience. It wasn't a great experience at first. I am not gonna lie to you. I hated my performance. I hated how I did it. I hated how nervous I was. It was like I was in this, like somebody had this invisible rope around me and it was just tied around my energy and I just couldn't get out of it. It was terrible. But after that though, she really liked it. She seemed like she was really bouncing with it, And I don't know, for some reason when she came in the room, I think my biggest problem was I put her in her, like, up here, above me.
Yeah.
And everybody in the room above me. And instead of us being like this. And so that's what made me feel so low. I honestly feel like I probably could have got a little bit more traction if I felt that way. I hated that performance, but I was very happy and pleased with the aftermath of it.
But it's crazy because even within that, like I feel like it was like a lot of her fans really fucked with you off that performance. I feel like she fucked with you off that performance.
Yeah.
It was what a setup, yo. Like it felt like, just looking at it from the video, it's like some American Idol, like The Voice type shit. Where like she's got